Hello, collective. It's G here with Golden Thread Tarot. How are you, lovelies, doing? I hope that this message is finding you blessed and abundant. Okay, let me know down in the comment section below how this full moon is affecting you. Okay, we get this full moon in Pisces. It's today, the day that I'm filming this, but I'll most likely be releasing this video tomorrow, the next day. So let me know how it's affecting you, how everything's going for you. Okay. Is there any kind of, you guys having strange, like strange or informative dreams, intuitive messages that are coming to you? With this full moon in Pisces, we should be receiving a lot of intuitive messages. Look at that right off the bat. Enough, okay? For some of you, you're just like, this is enough. Like, I've had enough of this situation and I'm ready to move on. You were born enough, okay? You're realizing that accepting yourself and accepting your gifts, accepting your abilities, accepting the things that have happened to you in your life, and you're realizing that you're enough regardless of who thinks they're not. Exactly. 29, radical self-acceptance. Thank you. Okay? Feeling beautiful, looking beautiful, and loving yourself exactly as you are. Thank you, sweetie. Responding, not reacting. Thank you. Number 9. The only control we have is how we respond to the hand we are dealt. Exactly, right? So it's like, hey, some messed up stuff might have happened to me in my life, okay? I might have dealt with some really heavy stuff, but it's about how I move on out of that. Okay? That's beautiful, collective. I'm so very proud of you. Number 27, renewal. Regeneration begins with decay, right? Those tower moments happen in our life, and then it's time to let go. It's time to let go. Okay, the intuitive message that I was hearing was he's coming. He's coming. The window is open. Okay, so that's just what I was hearing. Okay, so let's see what's hidden here. What is this full moon going to reveal to the collective? Let's do that. What is this full moon going to reveal to the collective that has been hidden previously? Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Number 1, spirit self. Be who you are as you are. That's beautiful, collective. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, I am hearing 2 more. What is this full moon going to reveal to the collective? Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot more than 2. Okay. Eternal gatekeeper. The gateway, the doorway is open, right? Wow. Acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. Okay. Okay. What's on the back right here? That enough came out again. Wow. Voice. Yeah, I love this card. Voice. You are here to be known. So speak and be seen. Exactly. You have a purpose here in this world. So speak up, right? You were born enough. Exactly who you are, it's who you're supposed to be. Transitions. You have all the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. Exactly. You have everything inside of you that you need, collective. That's number 30, 37, and number 20. Any of these numbers could mean something to you, okay? I loved all those messages right there, Spirit. Thank you. What else is being hidden to us? Like your true self, your true spirit self, your true higher self. Inner life. Wow. 43. Your inner life is a garden to be cultivated. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. One more, please, if you don't mind, please, Spirit. I'm hearing a inner universe, a whole world, or a whole. It's like seeing the world, waking up and seeing the world through brand new eyes, seeing yourself, seeing the things that you've experienced in your life through a brand new like vision, through a pair of eyes, a brand new set of eyes. Some of you might be developing the sight, might be developing foresight, or developing some kind of intuitive abilities or gifts. Okay, could be opening up inside of you. Wow. Wow. Number 3, wisdom in play. Our intuition knows more than we do. Wow. Okay. Wow. Look at that. It reminds me kind of the Temperance card, right? With her pouring the cups right there. Kind of the Justice and the Temperance card kind of together. Wow. That card feels so high vibrational. That is absolutely gorgeously beautiful. I love this. And I love too how we have like the maiden, the mother, right? The maiden, the mother, and the crone here, right? Wow, I love that, right? Oh, that's beautiful. And here on the back, false beliefs. Number 13, false beliefs, which is number 13 are actually, the number 13 is significant. I was thinking about the death card, but that's actually the number 15. But once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations, the false limitations they confine us to. Absolutely, right? Forget that. I'm not who everybody else said that I have to be. I'm not who I was raised to be. I am who I am actually allowed to be, who I really feel like I am inside, my true spirit self inside of me. This is beautiful, collective. This is coming into alignment with your true higher self. Like, I love this. I love this so much. What's behind this? I want to see this. Inner integration, number 40. Look at that. I was just talking about, right? Like the different stages of life. That's beautiful. I love that. There is peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. Wow. Right? Oh, I love this whole sense of like growing and learning and growing and integrating like your past selves and your future selves and like your spirit self with your 3D self. I love all of this integration that we're having here. This is beautiful, right? And it's like challenging these false beliefs that you've had inside of yourself. All right, let's get some more. Let's get some more. Absolutely. Like I said, full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. Look at that balancing energy like I was talking about, right? There's that scale. That scales of balance. And absolutely. And over here, North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Your North Node is about stepping into your destined life. Wow, Spirit. Spirit is on it. This is beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. I love this. Yeah. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Absolutely. So releasing, understanding that I attract abundance. I attract a win-win outcome by releasing the negativity and letting go of that, right? Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Nothing is yet set in stone. Exactly. Like the life that I thought that was based on these false beliefs of who I was no longer has to be who I am. Wow. And I love too that she has kind of like the elephant tusk there. It's reminding me of like memory, having like a long-term memory, remembering past lives, remembering past selves. And then of course, there's like a kind of like a full moon behind her. I love that. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. Tell me some more about this full moon energy, please, Spirit. Tell me some more. Bring me some more messages about this full moon energy. Shuffle again. Yes, yes, it does. Okay. More Libran energy, more of those justice scales coming out to balance for you guys. A new romantic cycle begins, okay, with that new moon in Libra. Also, a new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Ooh, I love that. I love that cut. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay, one more. Yes, your hard work is paying off with that new, right? You guys are manifesting all this new moon energy, right? You're releasing and then we're manifesting all of this new life into you. Oh my gosh, yes. It's like your new life, but your old life, like your old destined life, like the life that you were already supposed to be living. It's like waking up from a dream, realizing that the life that you were living wasn't your real life, right? That it was kind of right. It was your life based on these false beliefs. It was your false self. And it's like letting the mask fall away, right? And really embracing your true self. Wow. And I'm hearing that life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. Like, wow. This is beautiful. I love this energy. Yes. Bring love into the situation. Absolutely. Like loving yourself. I love that. New moon in Aquarius. All this new energy, absolutely, with that prosperity lies ahead still on the back, okay? Okay. Yes, I was gonna say that, but I didn't. But absolutely, work through your fears, okay, of showing the real world who you really are. Show the real you, right? This is amazing. Show the world the real you. I love this. Oh my gosh. I love this energy so, so, so much for you guys. Oh my God. All right, I'm hearing one more. Don't let pride, right? Don't let pride get in your way. Like I said, letting go of those masks. Oh, one more over here. Woo. That's 2. That's 3. Yes, the middle one. Balance spirituality and practicality. Okay. Okay, Spirit wants me, yeah. Okay, so yeah, these are all, no wonder I picked that middle one, because these other two ones are already ones that have shown nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, remember, nothing is yet set in stone. You know, you do not have to be your old self. You guys, spiritual awakening, I've been saying this can happen at any age, any time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you've already lived supposedly the whole majority of your life here. You are never too old, never too old, never too young, never too gone, never too in some kind of decision or in some kind of life to change, to decide, you know what, today is the day that I change, that I make a difference, that I let myself be my real self, right? Absolutely. And even living a single day as your real self is worth it. Wow. Balance spirituality and practicality. Absolutely. And that's the full moon in Pisces. I just looked down at that, right? That's this full moon in Pisces energy. Wow. I was just so into getting the downloads. One other card for us, but thank you. Yeah. Okay. What do you need to release? Okay. Absolutely. So that's what this full moon in Pisces is letting you know. Getting these intuitive messages about what you need to release. Okay. Absolutely. Blue moon. Whoops. Believe in the impossible. Oh, there's so much energy in that card. I can see. I can feel that. Ooh. Okay. This is glorious. I love this so much for you guys. Oh, yes. Oh, beautiful. This is beautiful. Right on the back of the deck, revealing truths, okay? That Ace of Swords. There it is. There's that Temperance card, like I said. Reminds me of that Temperance card. There it is. Absolutely. I love this so much. This is such a beautiful message, you guys. Tell us more. Tell us more. Yeah. Letting go, bringing balance to these insecurities. Strength card in reverse, right? Those insecurities, those masks that we were wearing with that Leo card, right? Letting go, not letting pride get in the way, and letting go of your insecurities. Wow. Okay. Bring me for some more messages, please, if you can. About spirit self. What about our spirit self? Yeah. Knight of Pentacles, right? This has been a long time coming, but it was for sure, right? The Knight of Pentacles is the one that's taking its time. They're taking their time. They're really filling it out. They're really getting to know. They're really, really, really getting that information, getting that foundation. They are taking it one step, baby steps at a time, right? But they are the one Knight that is for sure. Once they get there, they are there, okay? And it is a solid offer coming forward. Wow. Right? It might have taken a long time for your spirit self to reveal itself. Like I said, it doesn't matter your age, you guys, okay? All this kind of, oh, we need to find ourselves. So much time in our society, we feel so pressured, you know, that, okay, when we're a kid, we're supposed to just enjoy being a kid, right? Which, you know, hopefully we are being able to live in that life of enjoying being a kid when we are a kid, right? Then when we're a teenager, we're supposed to be out there learning all these new things, going through puberty, learning ourselves. In our 20s, we find ourselves, but then by late 20s, we're supposed to be like finding ourselves, knowing exactly what we want to do with our life. By our 30s, we are settling down. We have a house, we have kids, we're married. There's all these false beliefs that our society puts on us of what timing means and what it means, you know? Like what if you go and you find a career and you work a job for a while and you have a family and then you find yourself, right? Like, take the pressure off yourself. Take this, like, oh, like there's a certain age and oh, now I'm too old, or I'm too, you know, far gone, you know, or I'm already in a marriage and it's too late to change. It's never too late to really find yourself, okay? Because you find yourself in the perfect divine time. All right? Love and accept yourself no matter when you are in your cycle, okay? Wow. Tell me about this inner self. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Three of Swords in reverse, letting go of those past heartbreaks, right? Really going inside, getting in that hermit mode, right? And really, really letting go. Yeah. So 43 breaks down to a 7. Absolutely. Sevens are about awakenings, going through like spiritual awakenings and getting in contact with collective consciousness. Beautiful, right? And it's letting go of all these things that have held you back in the past, any kind of betrayals, all of these heartbreaks, all of these false beliefs that in ways that we broke our own heart, and ways that maybe perhaps we felt like we failed ourselves, not being truly who we were, right? How long have I held on to myself? How long have I lived a false life before I woke up? Let go of the guilt of this beautifulness, okay? Because it is just wonderful, right? And feel blessed and feel gratitude that you made it here, regardless of how much time it made you. You know, it made you. So what if you're a quote unquote late bloomer? So what? It doesn't matter. right? Allow yourself to embrace and feel so grateful, right? Because your divine gifts, your divine awakening, your finding your true self happened exactly in divine time when it was supposed to, right? There were so many things in your life that had to occur first before this can happen, right? And every single day, every single minute after your awakening that you're living in your true life is worth it. And all the life that you lived before your awakening was worth living as well. Okay? Because it made you the person that you are now. It made you the person that is now ready for this awakening. So embrace that and let go of any kind of guilt or fear that you have about it. Right? Because your spirit guides are here to protect you and they're here for you, right? Exactly. If you have any kind of Four of Cups in reverse, any kind of victim, like, oh, I was a victim of my past, or, no, let it go. It's okay. I understand. Yes, there are people you can be truly victimized by people. I totally understand that. And I'm not telling you that, no, you need to just get over it. I know, but in a way, at some point, right, it's time to accept the things that have happened to us in our past and to, when we're ready, to let go of them, no matter how long it took you, right? Like I talked about this in some of my past readings. Yes, I understand that sometimes it takes a lot of you, a lot of time to be okay, to forgive. And I know that that people can stay in the anger stage for years, right? And I'm not saying that, oh yeah, just stay in the anger stage for years. That's just fine. I just know it is a reality. People do that. But at some point, I know that God, Spirit, the universe, whatever you want to say, however it resonates for you, is going to find you when you are needed to be found, right? When you're truly ready. And that's beautiful. Wisdom in play. I really feel like you feel like you've intuitively been feeling these shifts coming in you guys, okay? These transitions coming in your life, and you're intuitively feeling them, and they're coming about now, right? And now you're actually finally being able to reach the place where you do feel like you can let go of a lot of the, well, I wasn't going to say hate, but for some of you it is hate. And for some of you, it could even be self-hate. It could be so deep, so deeply buried that you didn't even realize how much like you tore down yourself because it's something that you've done for years and you haven't even realized that that's what you were doing. But here, Spirit is telling you it's okay to let go of those things and to allow yourself to be, right? To just simply be who you are and accept and love yourself. And that's when the true awakening really happens, when you can start really, truly accepting and loving yourself and moving forward into the future. Oh, you guys, I'm so proud of you guys. I know how much work it takes to get to this place, and believe me, I am right there with you guys fighting to get there as well, okay? Believe me, I am. Yeah, false judgment. Let go of those false judgments that you've had in the past, okay? Let's see. You want to tell me about this wisdom in play, please? Thank you. Yeah. Queen of Swords. Yeah. So that intuition, that deep knowing, that standing, those putting up those boundaries, you cutting out those things in your life that do not serve you within yourself and with your external and internal environment, and finding a balance between those two things, right? The Queen of Swords is not always somebody that's like, I'm just going to cut you. It's also somebody who's deeply intuitive, who deeply, relies on their wits, who deeply relies on their inner knowing. I know, right? I love that. I guess, of course, also it's more air energy. So again, more Aquarius, more Libran, more Gemini energy there. Okay. You don't have to be those signs, but it is much more like mental understanding, right? Like it's like we know on our intuition, and our heart or soul knows, and then our mind catches up afterwards. And that's when it balances, right? When our intuition and our mind are both are both together, working together, we can get that balance between the two. We can find that middle way, right? That flow state in the middle of those things. But a lot of time we have to develop being this Queen of Swords first, right? We have to be all the queens to become the empress. We have to be all the kings to become the emperor, right? And it's important that when you get those intuitive messages, you have that sense of, no, I know. It's not about being right? It's about knowing your personal truth, right? I know, right? Here's this King of Cups on the back of the deck too. Okay. Wow. For some of you guys, you have that King of Cups energy is that energy that's coming towards you, okay? It's just a masculine energy. I know I said he in the beginning, but it can be somebody that's just operating in masculine energy, okay? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, there's that star card, more Aquarius energy. Tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you. Okay, there's the Chariot card, Cancerian energy, again, with the King of Cups card, okay? Yes, okay. Tell me more about the Spirit self, Knight of Pentacles. Thank you. Oh, and it fell straight into place too. I love that. Okay, yeah. It's about in the past, what has really held you back? What slowed you down is this Eight of Swords energy here. Feeling this is a imprisonment of your own mind, right? Of your own mind. Not allowing yourself to move forward, not allowing yourself to be this true inner this true spirit self, excuse me, right? And it could, and a lot of it is probably based on these false beliefs, right? It's giving me very like Hierophant energy, like feeling like we have to fall in line with what society tells us we're supposed to be, what our family tells us what we're supposed to be, what all of those things combined throughout the years we've repeated to ourselves in our mind again and again and again. I am this, I am that. As humans, we love to categorize things. We love to say, I am this, I am an artist, I am a builder, I am a this, and your career or your station in life, I am rich or I am poor, I am broke, no, I am wealthy. That somehow defines us, right? Because we love to categorize those things. That's my husband, that's my boyfriend. So much of the time we categorize people through those things, but that's not necessarily who you are, right? Your career and your status in our society is not exactly who you are, right? Not on the inside. It's not who you are. It's how people see you, unfortunately, in our society, right? It is just a part of the world. It is a part of this 3D reality in front of us. And it is a part somehow of us being, right? Because we're based on this tribalistic mindset, right? We group people together because it helps us organize. Our brain is built to organize things together. And our brain works in that way where we group things together, or we recognize things in order and in pictures and in patterns. We look for that because that's what helps us survive, right? That's the part of our ego that helps our human brain survive. But a part of waking up to the spiritual journey is understanding that people are much, much more than the things that we categorize them being on this 3D plane, right? And even in the spiritual community, we do that, right? Oh, that's a karmic. That's a divine feminine. That's a this. But so much of the time, at least in my personal spiritual journey, I have come to find out that people can operate in multiple energies at once, right? Somebody to one person can be a karmic, while to another person, they can be a divine feminine. And you can be that same person at the same time, right? It's all about your choices. It's all about how you choose to see yourself and how you choose to represent yourself and the actions that you take that makes people see you in certain lights, right? Because to somebody you can be extremely loyal, extremely friendly, extremely loving, to your friends and your family. And then to somebody who doesn't like you or somebody that barely knows you, maybe you look stuck up, maybe you look a completely different way, right? There is multiple versions of ourselves existing all at the same time, right? Because we can exist as something to ourselves, something completely different to to our friends, to our family, and something completely different to somebody who sees us as that person, that took my boyfriend after I had them, right? To that person, maybe you look like a karmic. To yourself, maybe you look like a divine feminine, right? It's all about a matter of perspective. And I feel like a lot of you, me and myself included, right? We have been living vicariously. We have been allowing who we truly are to be what we mean to other people, how other people have seen us, how society has defined us. And it's time to understand that that is the way you have been trapping your own mind and seeing yourself that way. Allow yourself to be who you truly are. I love that, collective. I absolutely love that. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. This is fascinating. I love it. Tell me more. Tell me more, please. Like I said, The Lovers, Gemini energy, right? More air, more Gemini energy here with this here, falling here on this between your spirit self and this inner world, right? Seeing who you truly are, right? And I'm getting a very like who humans are at a very base level. Okay. Now I'm me myself, I'm not specifically Christian. You know, I take a little bit from different religions and different spirituality that really resonates with me to kind of craft my own sort of type thing, right? You know, and some people might find that offensive or not. Whatever, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, right? And it is what it is. But I'm getting a very, which like I do get it from this card, obviously with the imagery here. It's a very Adam and Eve sort of type feeling that I'm getting out of here, especially with the snake and the tree and all of that and blah, 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 and all that, you know. But it's a very like ordained purpose as to why we're here, understanding that we're not just this 3D flesh sack, right? We're not just this human, that we are something different. That here, down here, we are made of the things that this planet, that this earth is made out of, but in higher realms, we're made out of other things. In higher realms, we're other things, and understanding that that true version of ourselves, that soul version of ourselves lives inside of us, right? Understanding, right? Understanding this inner life that lives within us. Is a garden, right? Oh my God, yes. Your inner life is a garden to be cultivated. I didn't even, right? And I said the Garden of Eden kind of energy. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And it's understanding, because a lot of times, like for me personally, if I can talk about personally myself for a little bit, okay, um it took a lot of the heartbreak out of things when for me personally, I do believe in personally, I do believe in past lives, excuse me, right? So it took a lot of the personal offense out of my trauma when I realized that, you know, that I have had many family members. I have had many friends. I have had hundreds of mothers, hundreds of fathers, hundreds of best friends, hundreds of sisters and brothers, hundreds of, you know, thousands of people over all of my lifetimes that I've come into contact with, you know, and that they have meant something, and that there is this kind of freedom in this understanding that each life is very, you know, is a small blip in time, right? Each life is kind of is this beautiful fragile moment that I am experiencing, that yes, that these are people that will mean something, that will be so important in this lifetime, but then I will have more people, that I've had hundreds of karmics in my life, that I've had hundreds of loves in my life, that I've had hundreds of first kisses, and you know how many times I've made love to people in all my different bodies, and how much energy exchange I've had in my whole soul existence, you know. um it it kind of allows me to step back and understand that it's not kind of like a moment where it's like, oh, you know, kind of get over it. But it's not that harsh, you know, but it is kind of a moment where it's like you've experienced much worse trauma than you've experienced in this lifetime, and you've also experienced much more, you know, beautiful things. You've experienced so many things in your lifetime, and I've had the pleasure of remembering a lot of those things, whether or not it was very pleasurable to remember some of the things that happened to me in my past life, or I've experienced such beautiful things. I cry about it every time I think about it, because I'm just like, this is so beautiful. And I feel so grateful to be able to experience those things outside of that lifetime, to have that access to my memories and be like, this is such a beautiful moment. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. You know, to spirit and to my past self, thank you so much for giving me this moment, because it's beautiful. You know, the amount of times I have experienced these beautiful moments with my family members, and I have experienced holding a child in my arms for the first time, and, you know, having that first kiss with the love of my life so many times. It takes out some of the pain. It kind of not numbs the pain, but it puts like a matter of perspective in it, right? For me, it allows me, which I've heard other spiritualists say this, right? That it helps you to step outside of your trauma, right? Because it gives you this kind of like, oh, well, it does really hurt me, some of the things that my friends or family or things like that I've done in the past, but I've had so many parents. I've had so many best friends. I've had so many, and I've been so lucky to have experienced the gamut of all different kinds of lives to live out there. And it does kind of help me to kind of step back and appreciate the gratitude of all of the amazing things that I've experienced in this life and in my past lives. Now, you don't have to believe in past lives to resonate with that. It's just about understanding that you are so much more than your traumas, that you are so much more than what one particular person has done to you in your life, right? And that you will live a whole life around and outside of what that trauma is that's been holding you back, that has been trapping you in your mind. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated with you in some kind of way. I hope that it gave you some kind of clarity. That's the way that I know how to explain it. I'm sure there are lots of other people out there that could explain it way better than I can. But yeah, it's kind of like this stepping back. So that's what this Three of Swords in reverse, it allowed me to kind of feel this freedom outside of my heartbreak that I was experiencing in this one particular lifetime. Because it felt like I was truly getting to know my true inner self, all the different versions of me that I've lived. Let's keep going, Spirit. This is beautiful. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you guys are too. Yeah, the Chariot card. Absolutely. This movement forward, right? This coming to the stage of feeling slow, taking your time because you had to realize you had to say, wait, I'm trapping myself here, right? You had to live the life that you lived before you were awakened, right? So it's very much so like this, I was trapped in a cycle that I didn't even see, that I didn't even know was there, trapped in a prison that had no walls, that had no, that had no it's like I thought I was free, but I didn't realize what I really was. It's giving me a very the Matrix, like the movie Matrix moment, right? You're trapped in a prison that you cannot see, taste, or hear, right? It is everything, it's around you, but it was a trap in your mind, right? And I'm not saying that we're all living in a Matrix in a way, but not in that way that was expressed in that movie, right? But it's like understanding that there's so much more than just this 3D world that we can experience around us, that the majority of us wake up to. And a lot of us, when we go through that spiritual awakening, right, we see beyond that. We see to our past lives, we see the things, and it allows us to have this movement forward, right? Also, if you want to look at it as a farm, as a farm, as a farm, if you want to look at it as a farm, I don't know why I said it like that. Gotta laugh at yourself, you guys. Gotta laugh at yourself. It helps. Um, it also is reminding me, it's kind of reflecting kind of like the twin flame journey too. Not all of you, of course, are going to be on a twin flame journey, and you don't have to resonate with that, but it adds like a deeper resonation for you, right? It's like this: I was trapped, then I had that meeting, then I had that awakening that happens when you are on the twin flame journey, and then it allows you to have this movement forward in your life, in your awakening, in your being, and it allows you to see who you truly are. It allows you, right? It's kind of like being trapped, being blinded to your spirit self, who you truly are. Then you have the massive awakening hermit card. You go inside and find yourself, and then you have this true awakening of your intuition, right? Yeah. It's a very seven of pentacles moment here, where it's like, I didn't see the seeds that I was sowing in before in my early life. I didn't see how there was a whole other level to this, ish. There's a whole nother level to this ish, a whole another like 20 levels to this ish. And I'm just like, what? Right? Yeah. Wow, that's all coming out really fast. Yeah, right? See the ways that you were lying to yourself. See the lies that other people told you, that you told yourself. The heart, releasing that heartbreak. Seeing things for how they really are. Seeing the way that you were denying gifts, or that you were denying the truth that Spirit was giving you. Wow. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that. The Queen of Swords being okay, yeah. The Queen of Swords again, right? Spirit said I said what I said, what I said, okay? Excuse my dogs outside, but there's like a family biking outside. That's so cute. Oh, they're like all biking down the road together. That's so sweet. But yeah, that was so cute. Right? I said what I said, what I said. You're waking up, you're finding yourself, right? Those clouds are parting, right? So the clouds are parting and going, and as she's like lifting that sword of truth, as the divine has sent that sword of truth in, right? Because like the ace of swords shows up right with like the puff of smoke. Oh well, it's been, but right, that puff of smoke coming in, and then poof, like you can hold that sword of truth in your hand, right? And then you know, yes, here's my direction, here's my path forward. Here's my intuition speaking to me, showing me where I need to cut out the fog in my life. Where are my seeds not growing with that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, right? Also, like the sense of having the sense of impatience and understanding this divine timing, right? Things have to happen in divine time. Yeah, and that's what leads us to victory. Six of Wands. For a lot of you too, it's openly, it's openly being yourself for who you are, right? Authenticity is the most attractive thing to people out there. Just confidence is built on being authentically who you are and allowing yourself to be that person, you know? True confidence. When you meet people like that just have that, oh wow, they just are who they are and they are who they are, right? That's so attractive, that's so confident. It's this whole different, deeper level of maturity and confidence that you have about yourself. And I'm not saying that you don't still have some insecurities, because living in your 3D self, yeah, you are, but it's about going forward regardless of that. Yeah. Wow. Four of Wands, right? Finding that celebration, that stability, that home, feeling truly at home with yourself, with who you are, with a partner, right? If you are identifying this as the twin flame journey, right? Being authentically who you are, accepting yourself, living that life, Four of Wands leads you to union, leads you to true inner union, which is what I've been talking about in this whole reading, right? With that combination of coming together with your higher self and your 3D self mixing together and having that perfect balance between the two. True union, right? And when we say that Four of Wands, that's what that is, right? Your higher self, your 3D self, your partner's higher self, their 3D self, all together in union, working to raise the vibration of the world, because you're raising your vibration, and just being authentically, truly who you are does that without you even having to try. Wow. I love that. That is just so beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah. Illumination. There it is. That moon, right? That moon energy illuminating. Wow. Cut it with the Three of Cups. Yeah. Which is, with that Three of Cups, I'm getting like, right? Like us being affected by more than we understand, right? Us being affected by other people's beliefs, by the collective consciousness beliefs, by, by astrology, by like the placements of the moon and the stars, and the and things like that, how it really does have an effect on us. But you don't have to truly, you don't have to personally resonate with that. But I have done enough research in myself to believe that, yeah, I see the resonance that it has for me. Wow. This was a beautiful reading, you guys. Wow. Let's pull some finishing messages here. Wow. Okay. This cut though. All right. Understanding that now it is safe for you to love, not only love yourself, but it's safe for you to love those around you as well. And for, like I said, for some of you, a soulmate. Wow. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Yes, this is your soulmate. Wow. What are the final messages here, Spirit? High vibrational messages. Do you want to breathe the collective to end this, Spirit? Yeah. Right? So here, falling over here, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, right? And that's falling over here, over this, not believing in the impossible, bringing love into the situation, slowing down, feeling that Eight of Swords energy, right? Understanding that you experience things in your life so that you can see these red flags so that you can know them. That's the red flags within other people and also within yourself. hmm And then you learn, I have to make the effort. I have to learn how to let go of this ego. I have to learn how to see myself for who I truly am, to allow myself to go through through this awakening, to experience those tower moments in my life, and then on the other side of the see the clarity that those tower moments through the chaos that they cause most oftentimes, right? Through the pain that it causes us for a lot of times, seeing ourselves and seeing other people for who they truly are in our lives and the roles that a lot of people are playing and that the biggest role that we've played in ourselves and other people, right? There's so many layers to our awakening that we go through, and it's okay, it takes time, but Spirit's saying, yeah, make that effort, you're doing it. Yeah, exactly. Religious factors. For a lot of us, a lot of our religious factor, how we were raised, right? Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing, your spiritual path, right? Like I said, this is all part of our spiritual path. We all go through it at a certain time, and a lot of the time, right? It has everything to do with those false beliefs that we live in for so long in our lives. And a lot of us that go through the spiritual awakening find that we have to question a lot of the ways that we were raised, that we have to question a lot of the ways that we were taught the world really works. Some ways we found we dig in even deeper, that we find true faith or true, that we find that we resonate even deeper with the way that we were raised. And that's perfectly fine too, right? You know? A lot of us find that there's ways to free ourselves in this, right? To free ourselves, to stop living in this cage, to realize we are this unicorn who has been caging ourselves, Eight of Swords, right? Trapping ourselves from being who we truly are on the inside. Mm, okay. Open your mind and I don't know what that was. I forgot. So I guess it wasn't important. Open your mind kind of just wanted to do a little sneak peek, right? Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation, and the person that you end up being might differ from the person that you thought you were going to be, right? How you were going to look, how you were going to be, what you were going to believe in, what you were going to be doing with your life. Many times we on the other side of it, we become completely different people. And a lot of time people will do that, oh, you've changed, or oh, you're a different person now, 4333. But that's where we're guided to be, right? No, I am not like I am not becoming this false version of myself. I'm becoming the true version of myself, right? And those who are meant to come along with you and accept that true version of yourself will come with you, right? Exactly. Healing family issues. Absolutely. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, right? Like I was saying, right? You stepping outside of these traumas, stepping outside of these things, stepping outside of the ways that we feel like we were given these limited beliefs throughout our life, and understanding that I saw something on Facebook the other day that was um, a part of growing up is realizing that as a child you're witnessing your parents grow up as well, right? And it's about finding this forgiveness in them and understanding that they are just people trying to live their lives too. You know, as children, we have to understand it's not our fault that, you know, that's the way our brains work. We think our parents can do no wrong, and then it really hurts us very deeply when we see that, you know, when we become our teenagers and we start waking up to the fact that our parents make mistakes, that our parents that there are certain ways that we feel like our parents weren't fair to us, or certain traumas that our parents gave us, no matter how mild or how severe they were. And I'm not making excuses for any way that you might have felt like your parents or whoever it was, you know, that you were in your raise, you know, whether or not it was bullies or friends or family or teachers, you know, that you felt like gave you some kind of trauma, that gave you some kind of issues that you still deal with. You have to understand that all those people are just people trying to learn how to live their lives as well. And sometimes people make mistakes, but sometimes people make very bad mistakes, right? But especially with our parents, we're raised so much to think that our parents are superheroes, they can do anything. And then once we get older, we have to realize, no, our parents are just people trying to live their lives too. Sometimes, you know, you just have to realize sometimes they were trying to do their best, sometimes they weren't doing their best, right? But can you tell yourself that you 100% of the time, all the time, have lived your best self too? It's all part of healing those issues. You know, it's not making excuses. It's not saying, well, what they did was okay because they were just learning too. No, it's not saying that. But it's saying that, okay, people mess up, they make mistakes, but I don't have to live with those mistakes for the rest of my life. I don't have to live with my mistakes, and I don't have to live with other people's mistakes for the rest of my life. At some point, yeah, like, yes, what you did is what you did, and you can't change that, right? But you don't have to let it define who you are for the rest of your life either. And you don't have to let it define those people for who they are for the rest of your life either. Give people the room and the grace that they need to change too. Now that doesn't always apply to every situation, right? But thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So let go of control issues, right? Allow the situation to happen naturally. Let go of your control issues. Let go of feeling like, you know, everything has to be exactly the way that you think it. And a lot of the times, right? A lot of times we have to tell that to our parents and people that are friends and family too. Sometimes they're also a spirit going through a spirit journey, having to learn how to challenge their beliefs. And for many of us, sometimes they don't, but we have to give them the grace to to accept those and change and you know, to give that free will. They have free will and they can choose not to, right? And if it's something that that is so challenging that that person can't be in your life, or that you have to give some distance or separation between yourself and that person, it is what it is, you know? And I understand that it can very much so hurt you to feel that way, but they have to live in their truth and you have to live in yours, even if those things don't really go together, even if they clash, right? It's about accepting reality as it is, you know, it's going to be. We can't control how other people react. We can't control what the universe gives us. All we can do is control how we respond to it, right? Yeah. So heart to heart conversations, right? A lot of you will understand that when you let go of these control issues, when you accept and forgive these people, and you let go of these control issues to when and where and how it's supposed to happen, that's when it will actually happen, right? Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. A lot of you are going to have these honest discussions with people in your life, right? And if you can't see eye to eye, okay. Sometimes you can't see eye to eye on things and people can still be in your life, and sometimes they can't. But it's about making those hard decisions sometimes, right? And accepting people for who they truly are, and accepting yourself, allowing yourself, whether or not somebody else accepts you that way or not, to just be your true self. Let's close this out with one more, if you don't mind, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Very soon. Not so crazy, because that's falling here under this Four of Wands energy. So let that resonate as it does for you, boo. Wow. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. For a lot of you, release your ex, right? Release this old energy off of you. Let go of the past. Holding on to it and living in the past, no, it doesn't serve you anymore. It never did. But that you have no place for this old, for the past and where you're going. Okay, actually, let's pull one more after that so we can just. Passion was showing itself. Let's see if it comes back out. One more, one more. Wow. That's because I was literally looking at this Four of Wands and I was like, what about this Four of Wands energy? Past life relationship, right? We've been talking about that. Past life relationships, living. Wow. Yeah. Beautiful. You have known each other before. And it's about accepting what you've experienced, accepting what you've experienced in your past, but realizing that all the negativity of your past, it doesn't have to come into your future, right? It doesn't have to come into your present. It doesn't have, you don't have to live there anymore because it doesn't serve you. Live in the now. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. This could be the one. Wow. Okay, you guys. And for some of you, I'm gonna tell you, some of you are gonna be meeting a new soulmate energy really soon, and it's gonna be a past life relationship. It's gonna be intense, you guys. Okay, so this is all a bit about freeing yourself, like learning how to go through those stages of questioning your beliefs. Really healing from past traumas. Healing from the past, learning how to let go of control issues, speak in your truth, have those heart-to-heart conversations, put up those boundaries where they need to be. You know Listen to your intuition. Turn inward into your inner self and allow yourself to have this like birthing, this renewal of your true inner spirit self. You guys, this was a beautiful reading. I enjoyed doing this so, so deeply. I had a great time with you guys today. I feel really good today. It's really great energy, and I hope that you guys are really enjoying this. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for doing this energy exchange with me. Okay, I hope that this message is finding you blessed and abundant. All right, if you are not subscribed, hey lovely, think about subscribing. Think about joining the tribe. Think about sticking around, or at least checking out some of my other videos. If you did enjoy this video, think about giving it a like, okay, or sharing it with somebody you feel like it could really help. All right, if you are a returning subscriber, hello lovely, thank you so much for being here again for another video. I really hope this helped bring you some clarity and some light into your life. I really hope this at least helped raise your vibration, okay, gave you something to chew on, gave you something to think about, right? And like I said, thank you very much for being here, and I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye.